What's going on? It's your boy Lazy Lightsaber back at it again for another one today, folks. Today we're going to talk about the 7 things Switch owners absolutely need. So without further delay, let's roll the intro and get right into it. Alright folks, right before we dive right into this video, go ahead and hit that like button if you're just passing through, and think about subscribing as well. I do create content generally on this channel in regards to Nintendo Switch and all type of gaming things as well. Really appreciate that. And you can check me out at Lazy Lightsaber on Twitter and Lazy Lightsaber on TikTok as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with our first thing, the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're an OG Switch owner or if you're a brand new Switch dude and just got your Switch not too long ago for this past holiday season. A thing that you will definitely need is a game case. Now there are a lot of different type of game cases out there, and I've tried many of them, but as a person who likes to retain the physical collection of games, this is definitely something that you're gonna need, and it is this right here, baby. And that is I think this is called the Sismo game case. What's so cool about this one specifically is that it holds so many games. I think up to 64 games. And I do have a lot of Switch games in my collection. And I haven't been able to fill this whole thing up because I actually bought smaller game cases that look really cool, like a Pokemon one and a Mario one and a Zelda one. But the problem with those game cases, they only hold, 6 games or even 12 games. And I've come to the point where I have collected a lot more than I can fit in those cases. So I really think that a case like this is much better. Plus, it's sturdy. I mean, you really cannot beat the sturdy on this case. It's just super good. I would recommend it for any Switch owner. I think it's something that you need. It has real nice zippers, real nice feel. It's sturdy. It's splash proof. I'm not gonna say it's waterproof because I don't know, but I know that if water were to splash on this, it's not a big deal. It's not gonna get inside. So definitely a 101 if you're a Switch noob or a Switch Pro. Definitely something that you need to go ahead and invest. The second thing that we're gonna do today is a Switch Pro controller. That's right. It doesn't matter if you generally want to play handheld, tabletop, or on dock. I would recommend a Switch Pro controller. I know it's a tad bit expensive and it's really hard to swallow sometimes when these things are 70 bucks. However, there are times, a lot of times, when these things drop in price, and I've seen them as low as $49 on websites, at stores. So be on the lookout if this is something that you want, which I would recommend that you do get. It is a very solid control. It is the best gaming experience so far, especially if you have large hands like myself. I do, and this just makes my gaming experience a whole lot better when I'm holding a nice meaty controller. These Joy-Cons, just sometimes they're so small, and with large hands it becomes very difficult. So it's definitely a good shot, a good thing that you can have. I would definitely recommend the Switch Pro controller. Now this comes in a nice blue case that you can buy as well, but it really just looks like this. So solid. It has the Switch insignia right there. You can see all the wiring inside, which is pretty cool. I actually like that about it. And yeah, solid controller. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing on our list. And it's gonna be something that I haven't seen a lot of people use, but I would recommend, especially if you're in the market to play Switch in tabletop mode. And that is a Switch stand. And this serves a double purpose. Of course, you can put your Switch on it, which is great. So you can put your Switch on it and then game while your Switch is on the stand. So that's pretty awesome. And it has these feet. Your Switch is not going anywhere, folks. This thing is not moving. It is not moving. And you know, you can watch like this, like this, like this. You can put your Switch in any type of position that you wanted for your viewing angle. But the plus side of this is you can also put on your phone. So a nice phone or tablet can go on there, even with a case. As you can see, it fits. If you have yourself like an iPad mini or even a full-blown iPad, there it is. You can put your iPad or your tablet right on that sucker there, and no problem. It's not gonna give in, it's not gonna move. Definitely would recommend this. The next thing on my list here is a 2-in-1 kind of, and that is a case and a screen protector. I can't show you a screen protector because, well, I just can't. Mine is already on it, so there's no really way. I guess, yeah, you can kind of see it right there. But yeah, I mean, it serves its purpose. Don't scratch up your screen, especially if you're playing on a dock. I have heard that your screen can get scratched from that dock unless you buy some type of dock sock, but I think that's kind of corny. I would just rather get a cool screen protector. It protects the screen and you don't have to worry about scratches. And then I have a Mumba case for my Switch. This thing right here is a tank. You are not getting through these edges here. This thing, you put your Switch on it and bam, your Switch is protected from drops. There is one vulnerable point here though, and that's the top here. The triggers are exposed, so that is one thing that I do have to take away from it. So there's that. But other than that, this thing has fallen on me, and this case has been the lifesaver that I've needed, because otherwise my Switch would have been in shambles. I actually have one on my Switch Lite, and there's a huge story on that. You can check on my channel as well about how my Switch Lite got destroyed and what I did to bring that bad boy back to life. So there is my twofer. And then I guess my next thing would be the micro SD card, which goes, if you give me a second here so I could take this case off here. It actually goes underneath of the kickstand. I don't use this kickstand. I actually use this. I never use this because if you unclick it and click it, this thing eventually wears out, and the kickstand is just awful. Of course, if you have the new Switch, then you have the huge kickstand on the back, so you don't have to worry about it. Or you can just get yourself this, you know, 18, 20 bucks, real sturdy, and you can use it for phones and everything, and tablets and iPads. So it's definitely good to have. But here's my SD card. It's a 400 gigabyte one. Yours doesn't have to be that large, especially if you plan on getting a lot of physical cartridge games. But I bought one for 400. I still haven't filled up. I do have a lot of game clips in here that are for the YouTube channel, which is why I got it. So, but even then, I have a lot of storage, so it's more future proof in the event that, you know, as more games come out, sizes get larger, and that does tend to happen. And then the final thing that I would recommend is actually an air tag. Is what you need to get. Now, I know that some people do not have iPhones. They do have Samsung tags. I think they're called smart tags. And they also have tiles for those who don't have a Samsung phone, who maybe have like a Pixel or an LG phone of some kind, or a Motorola phone that have tiles as well. But if you have an iPhone, which the majority of people have one or the other, so you're gonna have an iPhone, or chances are you're gonna have some type of Samsung, which uses the smart tile. But it's basically a type of thing where, hey, you wanna make sure that your stuff does not get stolen. And voila, a smart tag will perform that same thing. So if I'm going on a trip and stuff, and I have my my Switch bag here, my trusted dusty Zelda Switch bag, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go on a trip, I'm gonna take my Nintendo Switch, I'm gonna have some fun with it, going on a little road trip or something, and I want to be entertained while the plane or the bus or the driver gets me there, I'm gonna take, you know, my switch stand, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be entertained. And then what you wanna do is just basically slip this, which comes out of this case here, right into your bag. Just right in there. And then you program it to your phone, of course. You should already have done that. And then if for whatever reason this goes missing, you can track your Nintendo Switch, find the person that did it, and get your stuff back. Of course, I don't recommend confronting people. You probably want to get law enforcement involved at that point. But it is a way to find out where your stuff is in the event that it does get taken. And here's a bonus, this bag. Pretty cool, huh? Zelda. The zippers are really nice on this thing. Chrome zippers, has a lot of stuff. But since I'm showing it, I might as well show it as in a, you know, in a product as well. So those are basically the top 7 things I would suggest that you need as a Switch owner. And it doesn't matter if you play handheld, doesn't matter if you play tabletop or on dock. Those are all features that you can enjoy, and all these things are going to be linked in the description below, so you can check them out. Again, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Hit that like button as well. And it's your boy Lazy Lightsaber. May the force be with you. Take care.